What's up, this is Yellow Wolf, thank you very much, and you are watching Slipper Meets.
Jag ville alltid hänga med dig, alltid softa med dig, allting göra med dig. Men du gav mig ingen chans. Nu du ringer från ingenstans. Och du tror att du känner mig, känner mig, känner mig, känner mig nu. Och du tror att du känner mig, känner mig, känner mig, känner mig nu.
You grew up in Alabama or Tennessee?
Both. Born in Alabama, and I was in and out of Southside, Rainbow City, and Gadsden, Alabama, all of my life because my family is there. I moved to Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee, when I was 12 or 13. Then I moved to Antioch, Tennessee, when I was 14, and I stayed there when I was like 7. I'm getting my places mixed up. And then, I'm sorry.
Because like people think, especially in Sweden, people think of the South as a very racist area. What I wanted to ask you about the Dixie flag. You used to not have a problem with it, but I heard on the song "To Whom It May Concern."
I don't have a problem with the Dixie flag still. I'm not putting up that fight, you know, it's just not like, man, whatever, you know. That song to me was just, let me be clear about how this happened in my life. That's it. I'm not taking sides, picking sides. No, this is my story. To whom it may concern. Like, if it concerns you about me, friend, fan, business, then here you go. And I'm done with that. That's it. And that's all I wanted to say. The most important flag to me is the Slamerican flag. I represent Slamerican. I grew up around the Dixie flag, but I also understand and am sensitive to people who are sensitive to it, and I do understand. And so I have respect for that. I dedicated that verse to Big Crit, you know, who was, through conversation over the phone, who was passionate about it, you know, and I respected that, you know. I mean, what else can you do? You know, you know, as far as people burning it or putting images of it burning on a shirt, I think that it's just overboard, and I think it's just an attack on a group of people that I feel like are misunderstood. Truthfully, the American flag and the Dixie flag, you know, is flown by some of the most hateful, racist people in the world. You know what I mean? Both of the flags. But also, both of the flags are flown by some of the best, good-hearted people. It's just, you know, it's kind of like how you were raised, but, you know, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. And with that song, "To Whom It May Concern," it was like, it's very rare to hear a rapper or a musician put out a track just like that and to lay some things to rest. And you really did. I mean, it was a really heartfelt track. But a lot of rappers today tend to turn to like social media when controversy strikes.
Man, you know what? I've made the mistake of doing that. I made the mistake of doing that, you know? That's kind of really the inspiration to do the record. It was like, man, I'm not going to, my outlet is music, it's always been music, and I'm not gonna change that, you know? I did react on social media to things, you know? Like, I think that it's easy and it's there and it's of the moment, and it's a double-edged sword. But I think for me, you know, the place to truly handle it is in music. I think it's digestible, and you can hear my voice, you can hear my tone, you can hear there's no anger behind it, there's no fucking, it's just, you know, you put into music what you want people to feel. It's very thought about, whereas words can be felt, but it also can be taken way out of context. It could be, and also people can pick what they want. They'll pick pieces and then they'll make comments just on pieces, whereas a song is just like, nah, unless you press pause and decided not to listen to it.
You managed to like blend country and rap two really contrasting genres. How do you do that?
Carefully. Don't fucking, you don't play around with, you know, it's not just fucking throwing a fiddle on a record and calling it, oh, I put country on that. And vice versa, it ain't just putting a rapper on a country song, and which is a really, really, it's like a fucking epidemic in Nashville, Tennessee right now, for country music to act hip hop. It's the weirdest fucking thing, really. And it's done most of the time with no taste, no respect. It's just, they just do it. I mean, I think that to be able to blend genres, no matter what it is, you got to have a wealth of experience in both sides. I grew up with country music, you know, and I grew up with rock and roll, and I also grew up with hip hop, and a lot of each, like literally a lot of each. You know, like when hip hop was, you know, when we were watching all the skate videos back in the day, is how we really were coming up on underground hip hop, like discovering Diggable Planets and discovering the Bush Babies, and then discovering real mixtapes like DJ SNS, like mixtapes were coming through Nashville. That's kind of like how I was learning more about hip hop, because we had 8-Ball MJG, we had 3 6 Mafia, we had Nappy Head and Gold Teeth, we had all these local groups, and then of course Outkast came. I mean, blending all that with being literally on stage with Dwight Yoakam or Travis Tritt or Randy Travis or Alabama, and blending that also with being on stage with Ted Nugent or Alice Cooper, or fucking whatever, because my mama's boyfriend at the time did light and sound design or stage managed for all these guys.
Your parents, Native American part, where does that come from?
My dad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that dude.
Dad, your biological dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That dude who got my mom pregnant.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Why is that like a thing with the Midwest and the South?
Happens to Barbadian.
Barbadian people as well. Yeah.
You just need to make that clear.
Yeah, that's a worldwide issue, I think.
It is, but like I hear it's so typical.
I don't know, man. Just whatever. I don't get it, you know. But it is what it is. Like I'm not really mad at him though. I don't really give a fuck. I could probably have a beer with the dude, you know, and like not because it worked. Whatever. Like I became who I became without him being around. In some cases, people have fathers that are terrible anyway. Like they shouldn't even be in your life in the first place. Maybe they're abusive. Maybe they're fucking alcoholics. Maybe they're fucking crackheads or whatever, you know. So maybe his absence was the best thing for me.
You ever met him?
A lot of kids. Yeah, I met him when I was like 16 or 17 for a short bit, and then after I got my record deal, my first record deal, he started dating my mom again, which was fucking really weird. That was fucking. I was like, man, what the fuck? My kids was calling him, you know, Paw. I was like, that's your fucking Paw. Shut up. Yeah, it was weird. But I knew it was a fluke. It was so obvious. I just got a record deal. Of course he's gonna come back around. But he was only there for like a week.
In rap and hip hop, you know, both. It's like there's so much. The soul isn't always there. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's always been that way. Hip hop's always went through. It'll always go through trends. But it's like. It's really, really bad in hip hop because it's like a pair of shoes. Like, I want those shoes. I'm wearing those shoes. Everybody's wearing those shoes.
Yeah.
I'm fucking wearing those shoes. It used to be, don't bite, don't steal, don't do this. Now it's like, it's lawless when it comes to style. It's not like something comes around and it's like, yep, of course. yes, I've heard him on every single song. Everybody features this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when it come time to do Love Story, man, I was just like so badly wanted to just do something. So try to do something as original as possible, you know. So, and I think we pulled it off, you know. I think it's very unique and specific to me, and you know, with Bones and Clever and myself, you know, coming into our own truthfully, you know, inside and out, you know, from the clothes we put on to the music we're playing to how we perform it, everything.
Okay, so with Trial by Fire, now that you have all the pieces together, what can we expect from an album like that? Because I'm excited about it.
Oh, man, I mean, we're just in the studio making fucking bangers, man, and we're not, you know, we're not gonna let it out unless it's fucking top notch. We have Love Story as a bar, but so far, man, honestly, they're coming really easy. Yeah, and I think it's just because we've all been together working this record and touring it, and we know what we want to hear. And we also know, what musicians we like, and, you know, it's outlaw hip-hop, rock and roll, you know. That's what we do. And I did hear you know, if there's a question, if Trial by Fire is going to be in the vein of Love Story, yes, it is.
It is.
It's always going to be, as long as I'm left alone, which I think now everybody's learned, even myself, that's the best thing to do. Just leave me alone, let me create this music, and I'll deliver you a project, and then we'll have a meeting of the minds after that. Working on Trial by Fire, I went through so much in Love Story, during Love Story, to create that sound. And I went through so many musicians and so many engineers and so many we did like 40 fucking ideas before we had the ones we liked for the album. So it's easier now to make music. Yeah.
For Trial by Fire.
Well, because I have all the parts, I have all the pieces that I need in the studio, and I know what I need to hear, you know. It's not like searching for the sound. I know all the musicians that I like in Nashville. It's like everything's just there, and so we've already got like 5 records and some really rad features already.
Yeah, because on Love Story there were no real features, right?
Yeah, the album was personal and like just kind of like a foundation. So I didn't feel like it was necessary. And like honestly, I didn't hear songs and think, what's his name has to be on this. I mean, where do you put someone on a record like Till It's Gone? There's no room for a feature. No. I did consider Kendrick for American Dreams.
So with the Trial by Fire, will Kendrick be there?
If he fucking wants to be. I mean, I'd love to have him on the record, but you know, artists are artists. They like what they like. Sometimes they like a record, sometimes they don't. And I mean, like honestly, given the current times of, you know, what's going on and the thick racial tension between the Dixie Flag and that relationship with me, you know, and him being who he is, maybe it just wasn't the right time, you know, respectfully. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, you know, but I do understand that some things don't make sense at a certain time.
I want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah, dude,
really,
I want to see your Roach clip there. Can I see that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa, dude. Where did you get this thing?
I got it at
Classic.
Can't remember where I got it.
This is what you do with this? That's what you should be doing. See, it used to be, people didn't waste weed back in the day.
No.
I mean, roaches were a big deal.
Yeah.
And they'd put they'd smoke it down to the paper. But then, because they had to have a clip, they started decorating them. Is this what this is? Because this is what, let me tell you.
I'm on camera right now. Mom, sorry. It is what it is. It's what it is.
I don't have anything to trade you for this, or I would. Wait.
You can have it. Give it to me.
Wait, I got something. Oh, dude. It's a dude's demo.
Yo, whoa.
Hey man, that could be the next fucking Dr. Dre or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you get to go critique someone's album. I haven't even heard it yet. They're like, dude, check my album out. So on camera, sorry I didn't get to hear it, but this dude is going to jam on it, and I got this, which is extremely fucking cool. So I'm psyched about this shit right here.
Alright. Oh, thank you, man.
My man, what's up? This is Yellow Wolf. Thank you very much, and you are watching Slipper Meats.
I hear that too. I'm going
Lying out.
It's probably like jamming as fuck. If it's really good, you gotta email me because I